Hello and welcome. My name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me for our second in this week's stamp set of the week, Merriest Trees. So today we're actually going to get two for the price of one, really. As you can see, we've got a card and a gift tag. So let me switch cameras and you can see what we have here. So we have this lovely little card with a cutout with some designer series paper underneath and a piece of cardstock inside for the lining, and we've also got a gift tag. Now all of these dies can be found in the set, and we've got a nice little bit of ribbon here. So let me bring in the supplies and we can get on with it. So as I can say, you have a gift tag die which can be found in the die set with a Christmas tree. We also have a piece of white paper which is, and this die here, which gives us the lights for the Christmas tree. And let's see what else we've got. Right, we have got to put those aside. We have our normal 8 by 5 3/4 card base that's scored at the 4-inch mark and burnished with the bone folder. We then have a piece of designer series paper. Now this is measured 3 3/4 by 5.5, and we'll have two pieces of white cardstock that are measured 3.5 by 5.25. So you'll notice that the white piece is a fraction smaller than the designer series paper, which is not the way we normally do it, but it is today. We have a piece of thread, so this is the red and white thread that can be found in the Christmas catalogue, and this measures 6 inches in length. And then you'll need another piece of designer series paper. So what I've done is I've got this piece of paper, which is the reverse of this. It needs to be 4 inches by 6 inches, and that way you can cut out your Christmas tree and a gift tag, which I have already done. So let me bring those in. So there's the gift tag and there's the Christmas tree, which we will use in a moment. Plus you'll need some scrap paper for cutting out your white backed piece of gift tag, which I've done there. And then they will just sort of sit back to back. So the good side showing this side and the good side showing this side. Okay, so let's get on with our card first and foremost. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the white piece of cardstock, we are going to take our die, and we'll actually, instead of putting it center, we're actually going to move it over to the left, because our die our die cut Christmas tree DSP needs to sit like so. So we'll run that through the cut and emboss machine and it will come back looking like so. So popping this aside, so because we'll use this for the gift tag, and we'll get on with our card. So the first thing we need to do is to stick down the designer series paper onto our card base. So I'm going to use my multi-purpose, pop that over, and then I'm just going to run the glue, oops, there we are, down the back of that, and I can pop that in place like so. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stick this white piece of cardstock down. So obviously we don't want to put anything around here, so I'm just going to go around the Christmas tree, because obviously I want that to stick down, and then I'm just going to go top and down the sides. There we go. And then that can be put into place. Now I've done the cardinals in, I've actually stuck this down before I've put my sentiment on. So we're going to sit here with all my fingers crossed that when I put my sentiment on, I am not going to smudge it. So the sentiment I'm using is "Hope your home is filled with spirit of the season." and I'm going to stamp that up in the Early Espresso. And the reason I'm doing that in the Early Espresso is literally so that it ties in the trunk of the Christmas tree below. So here we go. Fingers crossed, everybody. Yes. Phew. Okay. Then the other thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Christmas tree. I'm going to position it of where I'd like it to go. And then taking my pencil, move that up so you can actually see what I'm doing. Taking my pencil, you've got this little swoop here. I'm just going to put a dot. And that will actually tell me where I need to put the trunk. So again, I'm going to ink up the stamp of the trunk and position it into place. There we go. And because my ink is darker than my pencil, then I'm not having to worry about rubbing out the marks. Oh, there's Boots. Oh, and the bell. Just bear with me for a second while I see what the issue is. Sorry about that. I was expecting a delivery, so every time the dog barks, I think that the person has come to the door. Every time I go to the door, there's nobody there. They must think I need the exercise. So anyway, back to the card. So what we're going to do is we are now going to stick dimensionals onto the back of this. So I'm going to put one at the base, like so. Now, if you're wondering about the paper, this is the designer series paper that can be found in the catalogue, which is used for creating the bows. And as I'm not really a bow person, I thought I needed to find another way. So I'm cutting here, a way to find the designer series paper. So I've cut this in half, and I'm just going to poke that there so that it stands up. Actually, what I'm going to do is put one more there. There we go. Right, so now I'm going to take the backings off. So as you can see, once all the cutting out has been done, this card is actually quite quick. But when I cut out the white piece, I thought, oh, I don't want to throw that away. There must be something I can do with it. And that's when I thought, I know, we can turn it into a gift tag. All right, so it's going to pop that into position. There we go. Lovely. So that really is the card done. The only thing to do now is to put the inside on. So I'm going to use my stamp and seal to glue this bit in. There we go. And that will sit into there like so. Right, so as I say, that's the card. So let's bring in the supplies for the gift tag. So we've got our white Christmas tree, our two cutouts, our piece of thread, and I have a piece of white cardstock to cut out the baubles. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Christmas tree and I'm going to run it through the music embossing folder that I've got here. Now, remembering that you're going to make sure that the line and the Stampin' Up logo are up front. Then you're going to pop your Christmas tree down and you can run it through the cut embossed, and then that will come out looking like so. While you're doing that, obviously, you can then go on and cut out the lights they're meant to be. So there's two, and I've got two more stuck in here, so let me just pop those out. So as you can see, it goes in as one piece and comes out as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of other lights or tinsel or whatever you want them to be. Now I'm just going for white on white. So the first thing I'm going to do is the smallest one. Oh, come here. Now these are going to be stuck diagonally. So you could pop it just like that up at the top. And what I'll do is I'll take a tiny, come here you, piece of the glue and just touch the indent with the glue. Come on. There we go. And then that can go into place. So that, whoa! Take my pointy tail so I can push it up into place. Now obviously, because it's white on white, it's not going to peek through huge amounts, but it is just a, it is a gift tag, and I don't need it to be particularly out of this world. So that is my second. Let me just check that that's not shorter. No, that is definitely longer. So what I'm going to do is stick this one down now. So I'm just going them like they're going round the tree kind of thing. I'm going to put one on this end. I suppose this is the only, that wasn't very clever. Managed to tap the glue onto the backs of the dimensionals. Right, that's that. Perfect, so that goes there and then down the Christmas tree. Come on. There, perfect. Then we can take the next one down. Again, just tapping the edges. Now you will find this stamp set and dies on page 78 of the annual catalogue. It's quite well hidden, but it is there. It's, as I said on Monday, it is a returning stamp set from last year. But there we go. That'll go into there and I can bring it down. Perfect. Oh, well, it would be. I've got to make my fingers really sticky and I don't know how. I don't normally have this issue. But today, you stay in place. Thank you. There we go. Lovely. And then our next one will go from there down to there. Okay, so let's do that again. One at the one on one side and one on t'other. I'm not going too overboard on the glue, she says, having just said her fingers are sticky. There we go, that's in place. And then the last one is this one, and that will just come down to there and across. So we can just wriggle it, so it might actually go to there. Yeah, okay, so one up to that top. Oh, damn. On there, and one on there. That's it. I'm going to pop that one just beside it, and then move that across to go down there. So, now that that is in place, she says, come on, you can stay there, you can do it. Come on. I should have used my little trick with my silicone mat, shouldn't I? Never mind. There we go. Right, we're in place. So what I'm going to do is just going to move that and give it a second to dry. I'm just going to scribble a bit of glue on the back of this. I don't want it to stick down identically, because what I'm hoping to do is, obviously I want the white to show on this side, but when I turn it over, there we go, making sure the hole is covered, I'm actually going to get the red from the Christmas cards coming through as well. Then I can fold my piece of thread into half. I will then push it, oh come on, through the hole, and then we can, there we go, throw it through, and then we have it in place so it can attach to the parcel or the gift. And then the only thing left to do now is to add our Christmas tree. And again, I'm going to use the dimensionals onto the back, so it'll give me a little bit of dimension, a bit more detail onto the gift tag, and then I'm going to use my half a dimensional and I'm going to pop it up the top here. Oh, she says up the top there, so I've just got the half there. Right, so let's add these. So we now have a card and matching gift tag. Brilliant. And then you can put that on like so. There we go. So thank you ever so much for joining me today. I hope you liked the 2 for 1. And this is the card. I'll bring the card in so you can see that as well. There we are. We will be back on Friday with a funky fold, so do join me then if you're available. It would be lovely to have you. Whatever you do for the rest of your time, stay safe and happy crafting. Take care, everyone. Bye.